Oh, hey!
Yeah, and Lina. That's about the hero pool for mid. Of course, there's still some other outliers, like we get the every now and then some invoker games. Oh yeah, we have
Or some
the
sniper or something. But rarities.
yeah, see the facets we got here for the different heroes. It's gonna be Void Blades on TA. We also had the deconstruction for ET. So if he locks onto enemy heroes, he's gonna be taking away their armor.
And Night Stalker really messes with the whole clock of the game as well, huh? Daytime to start off the game. It's not nighttime. Can you still do observable scouting tricks in daytime?
No, not really. So it's a little bit weird for the Naga who sends out illusions like, oh, I can check if they have a... wait.
You can't.
I can't.
Like maybe with a tree, like bottom Radiant Tier 1, the trees ones, you could do it.
Yeah, so for people who... Yeah, you can definitely go behind trees and check if there's a ward on a cliff, but...
you just can't use the nighttime
for
fog.
people who are not as aware, the Tier 1 towers during nighttime have less vision than they have attack range, which means that if there's a ward, they will see targets and shoot them. But if there's no ward, you can actually walk into their attack range and not get shot because they can't see you. So that's how pro players check for wards quite frequently.
That's why you often see two heroes kind of sat mid, pretending to be a ward or like just giving vision with their heroes. They also get baited. And boom, and QBFY already doing a few little love taps onto V-Tune. Grab the bounty rune, get the 2 for 2. Solo's going to come back and bodyguard the TA back to the lane.
Yeah.
No more messing around there.
Do want to keep an eye on bottom lane and see how much the ET is going to be able to do. Solo definitely knows his way around this hero. First few creep waves, ET can be very oppressive if he finds his moments to go in. Wants to fight with that Astral Spirit.
And there's the Shadow Shaman position 4 down here. And there's an Astral Titan buff. Sounds so strong and powerful. Man with a briefcase.
It's gonna be a valuable stick in this lane against the non-stop viscous goo spam.
Has some pretty big value. QBFY does go and block up the small camp. Large camp is open, so Na'Vi, slight advantage there if they want to reset the lane, drag it back closer to their tier 1 with a large camp pull. That's what Solo is doing right now, is making sure that none of that happens. He'll be on top of the Shadow Shaman, just whacking away at him. Already dropping QBFY to half health. This is always going to be kind of a hard lane for Boom to get out of, right? The TA-ET picked to counteract this offlane Bristleback. So QBFY has got a bit of work to do here to level the playing field. And Solo's just like, nah, I'm going to keep hitting you over and over again.
Just going in and smacking, dealing that damage, and the lower the bristle drops, the harder it is for him to go up and CS safely against the TA. So it's going to be a tricky lane. He is spamming a lot of viscous goo, but already 16 magic stick charges on the TA. Obviously gives a lot of mana and HP to her as well.
And Boom only getting his 4th last hit now. Over towards mid, Pango 5 and 1. The raises Earthshaker 10 and 6. As we've come to expect, especially early days here in this Earthshaker versus melee hero lane. The other melee hero gets bullied by the Slugger.
It's very, very strong. The enchant totem takes all of your last hits, and the aftershock is so good for denying your opponents repeatedly. Yeah, Slugger really just added a lot of harassment to what otherwise was already a hard lane. Shaker used to deny you a lot, and that was already frustrating, but now he keeps doing damage to you by just sending creeps flying at you.
It's like you get the creep denied in your face, and then he harasses you, so you've got to buy, a salve or more regen. But you can't, because you don't have the money to do it. You just kind of, oh crap, I've got to buy a bottle, I've got to buy my stats items. Very often we see Earthshaker opponents sat at 100 HP just waiting for rune. Like, please, I beg. Bring rotations mid.
Yeah, quite common actually. See, small camp being dewarded down bottom, so TA and ET looking to be able to have access to their pool. Meanwhile, top, the Naga managed to farm up a Centaur camp, as it was Radiant who pulled the camp actually, but Naga enjoyed farming it.
That's good for her, yeah. Lays on this Night Stalker, double braces for him. Starting things off with a bit of tankiness to get through this lane. I guess with double bracer, it's like unlikely Night Stalker dies up here.
Yeah, he's pretty difficult to kill. He does have a lot of HP regen as well. Just sitting near his banner creep. Double bracer, 14 HP regen.
Yeah. 6 armor, 1100 health.
I mean, Night Stalker has the innate that buffs his HP regen during the nighttime. Feels really nice.
Nagasaren repositioned back in front of her tower though. So it continues getting a few more last hits. We're still at the bottom of that list.
Ooh, QBFY. Taking big
In
clicks.
trouble.
Does
The ET with 118 bonus damage. I mean, there's no escaping this, is there? Can he outlast
he lost it now, though.
Buff? Oh, the shackles last long enough. So QBFY survives.
Yeah, the new Astral Spirit as well means that Bristleback has to run away. Turn tail and run.
And then Lupsi denies himself to tier 2 top. Very low resources. Looks like they were trading into that Enchantress who almost dies as well.
Yeah, Lace is doing what he can to get good CS here, but it's a little bit difficult while being completely alone. Shadow Demon comes back immediately to help him out again. Oh, mid? A lot of damage onto this Pango. He doesn't have any spells. Is he dead?
I mean, yeah, Razor just running him down. First blood solo kill. Not something we've come to expect out of mid lanes nowadays, but Array's getting the upper hand on Sanctity.
That's really big, actually, getting a kill like that. Pango was going for the Bounty Rune, trying to get a refill on his bottle, but like we said, just too much harassment continuously from this Shaker. Yeah, I mean, Pango versus Shaker is not a great matchup, but it should not be going as poorly as getting solo killed like that.
No. No, Earthshaker's having a grand old time. Level 6. You could even look for another kill here if Sanctity gets a little too forward into the creep wave. They're going to go for it. Straight up. He shield crashes into the creep wave, you echo slam him, and you kill him again.
Oh man, he has to walk of shame now as well when he respawns. He does have boots at least, but this is disaster on mid lane. Good rotation by Shadow Demon. He sensed weakness. He's like, oh, you died once? I'm gonna just show up and see if we can find one more kill.
Was he smoked? Because there were 2 Radiant Observer wards watching River and top jungle. Oh, they're Radiant wards, not Dire wards.
Yeah,
I'm dumb.
You
Never
mean
mind. How did the Pango not see him? Because the Pango didn't have any vision.
Yeah, are you blind, Pango? What the hell?
I was expecting a straight 1v1 and SD pops in.
Yeah, no honest mid laning. QBFY enjoys some of the experience until the Pango shows up again, but Pango now 2 levels behind his counterpart.
That's real rough. And this is before Earthshaker even goes and farms the stacks, right?
Yeah, and SD has prepared some nice stacks for him as well. Triple stack on the big camp, triple stack on the ancient camp. Plenty of gold to take there once he has his ulti available, so...
Yeah, 60 seconds to go. The most satisfying move in the world.
Oh yeah.
A big echo in the creeps.
You just gotta hope that an enemy comes in and scouts it at the right time as well, and you just randomly get a kill.
Like a bounty hunter. Just there.
Some poor guy just strolls into the wrong part of the woods.
That position 5 Ricky got what he deserved. Well, Wisdom Runes going 1 for 1. No stealing, no sneaking. But Kaori is going to come across, grab one of the large creeps, scout out the stacks that Lupsi has been making. So Na'Vi knows that this move is absolutely coming. Just whether or not they actually can contest it at all.
Yeah, I don't know. It's difficult to get in there and try and prevent this.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's slowed up a lot. He has TP, so gonna go for a TP home. Does have enough HP as well. The face boot's giving the valuable armor there to stay alive.
Yeah, the double brace are paying off. As like if Na'Vi had Shadow Demon or someone, you know, maybe they could poison to scout, you know, the stacks and see what's going on.
Here comes the slam.
Here it comes. Just echo slam the creeps. Big money for a raid. And that's basically Blink Dagger. Minute 8.
Yeah.
He's not got it, but he's super close.
Incredible timing. Bottom rune does spawn. Oh, might be a nice little thing here for Pango. Is he going to be able to get the kill?
Oh, Solo gets the regen rune.
Oh,
now you need to Rolling Thunder.
Oh!
And Solo, he's putting himself on the cliff, and the Fisher is there to block Sanctity, in fact.
What a good
2 ways
Fisher.
out of there for the ET.
Yeah, that was really nice. And ET, of course, with the regen, just going to go back to bottom lane, so Great engagement for him. Pango ulti forced. Meanwhile, top lane
Jeez. Big
disappeared.
popper damage.
Yeah. 3-point Shadow Poison right now. SD doing a ton of damage. And he has level 6 already. 6.5 even after that kill. Dear God. Yeah, you cannot underestimate the Shadow Poison.
No, you can't. That's incredible. And Na'Vi starting to get behind the curve now. 3k down. Top lane has been sad. Mid lane's been a disaster, and bot lane has been Bristle versus TA, not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are they to do to recover?
Well, they're trying to farm Ancients for themselves in big camps, but it's getting stolen right now. V-Tune invading here, taking away the big camp. Pango is
It's a masterclass.
Yeah, Pango is in the vicinity, but doesn't have ulti.
The Wild Wing working against Na'Vi, putting that Shadow Shaman closer to the TA, and closer to death.
Oh, Shaker with the blink.
He jumped the Shadow Shaman. Ooh, little escape out there. No, not happening.
The
Blood grenade thrown by Solo.
It's actually great for killing Shadow Shamans. Even has a backup blood grenade on Solo. He's ready.
You're guaranteed to finish him off. Now a silence and a stun onto Sanctity. Slapped up by the ET and dead. Great movement in by this Night Stalker. Just swings in. Finds the opening. Pango dead yet again.
I mean, they're doing a great job at playing around their Shaker in this game. Enabling him and making sure they utilize how strong he is.
What was that? Bristleback had to TP out of bottom lane. And running back down to the lane.
And with mid tower, taking heavy fire right now, Pango's gonna try perhaps to go back and defend, but there are 3 heroes around mid. Now he's 3 levels behind the Shaker.
Yeah. Hard game for this Pango now.
Oh, Shaker wants bottom. He has ulti available. They have a deep ward as well, so it'd be nice to dive tower.
QBFY just getting run at by ETTA already. Does get the jump in with a raise, catching both. Well timed there. After a little hex out of QBFY to save himself, but they don't follow through for the bonus skill. Just kill off Boom, then go for tower.
Yeah, they're expecting the Pango could be there, but Pango TP'd mid, so he actually doesn't have a way to react to this dive.
Now back to stealing stacks, huh?
Oh no. The resources. They wanted this for a Bristleback. Bristle has 0 game. This is also exactly what we were concerned about. First pick Bristle, don't ban TA. You end up having half her net worth at minute 10. This is just not a great time for Bristleback.
Like, silver lining, Enchantress is doing Ench things. That bottom tier 1 has had a creep on it for like the past 2 minutes. She's sending, like, I don't know what the most recent one was, like Dark Trolls and a Centaur at it, a Hellvex.
There's a little mud
another one
golem.
coming.
She's sending whatever she can find, man.
Go on.
This Wild Wing Ripper is gonna win against the tower. He's got enough
Well,
HP.
mid lane, they've got a catch. A disruption into Earthshaker jump. Takes down the Pangolier. We're trying to bait our observer to go and look at a mud golem while kills are happening mid lane. QBFY chased down and obliterated here by 9 Pandas. 8-1. Na'Vi so far haven't really woken up. Apart from maybe Kiori, who does get the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, finally opens up something there, but V-Tune has no intention of leaving the area. He's gonna keep playing here. And Bristleback, I mean, he's working on a Vanguard, but he doesn't even have a single component towards it yet. Just have 900 gold, but 12 minutes going for a Vanguard and not having it is just absolute despair. So they need to play around Pango. They need to enable him. Once they get the Diffusal, maybe now we can activate around Pango and go for kills. The problem is, Naga wants to just farm. So it's really going to be just an underfarmed Pango who is 3 levels behind his counterpart, and his 2 supports having to make the plays while the side lanes need to recover.
And in hard games, Naga can be that hero that just vacuums everything, right? Where all the net worth goes to her and the rest of the team has an even worse game. So it's a difficult balancing act to have Shad open the map, cut waves, and play Naga as Naga, while also trying to give Bristleback and Pango a way back into the game. Like they need safe farm. So Naga has to go and play enemy side of the map, maybe?
Yeah, and look at the 9 Pandas right now. They're just crushing down towers, 5 manning for the tier 1 tower, and then quickly going back to the lanes.
Super systematic. One by one they topple. Well, there's Diffusal Blade Pango, but his Enchantress in the top jungle Being charged down here by 9 Pandas. Demonic Purge to
Ulti
slow down
even.
Kiori. There's a fair amount of heal from these next attendants though, and it looks like Kiori is going to be fine. And a Fisher does block Na'Vi out. Earthshaker holds the line and keeps the Pango away, who used Rolling Thunder to try and turn this fight around.
Pinging that there should be a ward on the cliff. There isn't actually. There's a ward a little bit higher, but Pango was spotted by the Night Stalker Night Vision. That's how they blocked him off there. Now eyeing up that mid tower. No way to defend it without Pango roll. Stacks are being made on the Ancients again, but what are the odds that Na'Vi even get to farm them? I feel like the invasion might come. Gonna be Pango instead, though.
Brilliant question, isn't it? When did Na'Vi get to do anything? Pangolier, dead out of lane, dead in his jungle, dead on our screens every time we see him. Sanctity's going to be real upset with the way this game's gone. And Pandas have had his number and pretty much everyone else.
Oh wow, the ET ulti to go in and force the Bristle away.
Hell yeah. Solo just leading out. Now the Night Stalker can follow up with a Raised Blink Echo. Boom, just pummeled. A mega kill streak for the Earthshaker. 10-1, 6k lead.
Such a good ward.
I don't know, man.
This ward they had there, just spotting Bristle back. Easy for him to go over and punish. And again, everything is just going 9 Pandas' way. This game seems like it's destined to be theirs.
Now we have Maelstrom on this TA. I'm assuming Maelstrom TA was kind of the build from Mickey maybe a year ago or more.
Yep.
Not seen it much recently, but this is for Naga Illusions, I assume.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it was mainstream to go for the Mjolnir rush for quite a while. It was very strong. Then Maelstrom got nerfed, and it's not seen as often anymore. But against Illusion Heroes, it's still a good option for TA to go for this build.
Okay.
And he's playing pretty tempo, looking for a blink and a shard after his Maelstrom, so not really going down the full farming route, but more looking to go and keep fighting.
Now, Night Stalker Phylactery, is that a meme build or is this a legit good build?
It's a legit build. It's pretty strong.
Okay.
It's one of the routes that you can go for. It's definitely not like the only way to play Night Stalker or anything like that, but I think it's really solid. Gives you a lot of HP as well, and later on having Kanda on Night Stalker feels amazing. You get a ton of damage with the ulti, so it's not bad.
I imagine looking at this Enchantress, another way to just kill her quickly.
Oh yeah.
Kill the Naga quickly as well there, they just pop. Shad down south.
I mean, it's just adding more magic damage, which is great against the heroes that you're playing into, the Bristleback, the Enchantress, and the Naga Siren. They're gonna go into Roche, 16 minutes. No reason not to go for it. Na'Vi will use this moment of respite to try and build some items. They're going for a Crimson Guard on Bristle. He's 400 gold away right now. In fairness, a good Bristleback, or a good Crimson Guard game, it's gonna help block quite a bit of damage, but they just need more.
Yeah, and it is one of those making the best of a bad situation items, right? We talked about how offlaners rarely buy auras now.
Oh. TA left
Back to that, is
bottom.
Na'Vi. They bring numbers down here to get onto the Night Stalker with the Ensnare, and the Hex over there on the left for the Shadow Shaman, a Shadow Demon. Sorry, Na'Vi getting a couple of kills.
Oh, that is huge. They get so much gold for every single kill. Kill a Shadow Demon, get 800 gold. You know, like, this is a great move by Na'Vi, realizing that, hey, Night Stalker ulti is on cooldown. Let's just go and take a fight. And fortunately for them, TA already left the area as well, so it was no way for Radiant to put up a fight.
Yeah, a little bit greedy from 9 Pandas to stick around with 2, and the other 3 separate and spread across the map.
Well,
I give up a couple of kills.
in fairness, only one of them had died in 17 minutes, so easy to get a bit complacent when you're dominating that hard. QBFY looking for a Shackle bottom.
He does grab Solo, but not under the full wards, and now the turnaround from a raise. Blink, enchant, damage, a splitter, and a final touch from the Earthshaker.
Yeah, just patiently waiting, getting that kill even after the Rasta pops into chickens. Pango is getting very close to his Blink Dagger. Just a 100 more gold, and he's gonna have Blink and Diffu, so honestly, not doing too poorly despite the start. Sure, he's nowhere close to the Shaker in farm, but he's also not out of the game by any means.
There's a little catch up here and there. Getting back into things. And, Naga is closing in on Orchid. 9 Pandas are closing in on your jungle. Moving north.
Yeah, I like the choice of the second item Orchid in this game for Naga. She needs to activate because the other heroes are just not having a good game. So maybe now he can surprise someone, play aggressively, run in, pretend to be an illusion, and get a kill.
Well, Pango showed. Quick blink from Sanctity. Oh, Stalker was nearly there.
Oh, gets to safety. Still though, the tower can't be pushed yet as the backdoor protection is there.
Well, TP's down bottom. Nice, probably still leading. Earthshaker makes the jump on the 2-3 here as hit by Fissure after that big Echo Slam. Shad disappeared. Now the Shadow Shaman and Boom's Bristleback to follow. Quick and easy for 9 Pandas. They force Pango out of that top jungle and then immediately TP down bottom to get 3 kills.
Not wasting any time during the NS ulti. Really good use of it. Let me see them just pushing in as well to try and go for mid tower perhaps. Shaker with the Aegis in hand is feeling very confident. Even has, oh my god, the Shaker is getting huge. He almost has a BKB as well.
Yeah. Big damage out of Earthshaker there with a 2-man echo to the big Fissure. That's very nicely done. Just a little brief moment of vision from the Night Stalker is all this Earthshaker could ever
9 Pandas already prepping to steal the Tormentor. We do have a bit of a reaction from Navi. They also want that Tormentor, of course. Looks like 9 Pandas might respect that. It's a bit of a deep move. Gonna back out. No Shaker ulti available, no NS ulti.
Well, they did plant a couple of wards down here, 9 Pandas. The lane ward was down here and up above the tower. They're still sticking around and kind of farming backwards through the area, but holding this line by the river. I see the Bristleback with that lane ward, going to poke their heads back in, but now Na'Vi, the ones with the high ground, that advantage. 9 Pandas respecting it for now.
They can use the ET Spirit though. If they send in the ET Spirit and just scout, it's very annoying for them to try and hold the high ground.
TA traps too. They've got a sentry that has been dewarding them with Boom for now, but...
Yeah.
9
Shaker
Pandas.
ulti in 15 seconds. He has BKB now.
He just walks forward. He's under full dire vision right now. Razor apparently is still going to go jump in front of this Bristleback, take him to half HP. They pop their Hex on him, and the Rolling Thunder's good into the back lines, connecting on 3. Able disruption and an Earthsplitter with the Earthshaker landing while Nutstalker's turned on, shackled but only half health. Turned back with his crippling fear. Chad dead, and this Pangolier stuck under 3 heroes, obliterated in a 3-for-0, while the Enchantress is caught by a Raisin solo. Sanctity dies elsewhere, and a 5-man wipe with nothing given up by 9 Pandas. Not the Aegis, not the support life, just a few spells.
It's an absolute fucking domination going on here, Gareth. I don't know. Navi just don't really look like they came to fight. I don't know.
Faces need washing.
They really do. This is a good morning to you from 9 Pandas. They obviously have warmed up, gotten ready. But yeah, this Shaker is dominating the game completely, and he's not alone. 3 of his team players have not died a single time. Solo, Erase, and VTune all at 0 deaths at 22 minutes.
That's just an incredible performance. It's not a Stalker. One of those moving pieces running the show. Back up in the top jungle, making things very, very scary up here. There's this Bristleback and Shadow Shaman up top. Our Stalker's calling in the cavalry like, hey, guys, there's 3 kills up here.
Yeah, definitely. He's just hunting. They're scouting as well. I think the ET Spirit may have scouted the Pango a little bit, so moving towards mid. In fairness, Navi are doing the best they can right now, getting out on the map. We can see both the supports trying to cut the creep waves. Bristol getting over to enemy ancients. There's actually a Tormentor plus a Wisdom Rune to try and steal. They kind of need that, because last team fight, Erase jumped in and stole the Wisdom Rune in the middle of all the hectic fighting.
No one's been here in 15 minutes, huh? The left side of the map has been untouched.
Oh yeah.
Like, good victory for Na'Vi. Taking out Tormentor, getting that Wisdom Rune, little bonus for them, and Kaori gets the shard.
Definitely an unexpected thing happening. Like, what? They took Torm? Now I see Night Stalker already swinging over. He's reacting to this. He's like, who's done this?
And then Ench in the bottom jungle. Slapped by that Earthshaker. Alright, Stalker still coming in behind the Shadow Shaman now as well. Templar Assassin there with the damage. They'll focus QBFY. Did a couple of support kills.
Night Stalker Crippling Fear has to be one of the most satisfying ways to kill Shadow Shaman. You just activate it and keep running next to the chickens. And they auto-die. The damage over time. And you're way too fast for the chickens to run away from you.
I can't escape.
And don't need much damage, just reliable damage.
Bit. Yeah. Why you buy Radiance on every hero?
Indeed. Counter the Shadow Shaman support.
Exactly.
By the way...
That's why Lifesteal is so popular now.
Indeed. The Shadow Demon has Aghanims and Shard already at 24 minutes. 1,000 gold to boot. This is one happy Shadow Demon.
Scepter and Shard.
Yep.
Good lord.
Yeah, he got his 4 ultis ready for the next team fight.
Na'Vi have had like a solid passage of play these past 5 minutes, given the state of the game. His net worth lead hasn't gone to, 30k or whatever, which feels like it should be right now. They found a bit of space, found a bit of farm.
Yeah. On the other hand, that's all they're able to do. During nighttime, they're just saying, we cannot fight during nighttime. Let's just farm. It's probably true, but it's also very sad for them to not be able to make moves right now. Meanwhile, 9 Pandas are very disciplined in their approach, playing close together. Only Night Stalker really splitting up from the crew, but he's strong enough that he won't die.
Yeah, and usually in a Nagasaran game, was it you that said it? It's one player having fun and the other 9 in misery. Is the Naga player having fun this game, though? Is it just 10 players in misery right now?
She really isn't, but hey, she picked the Naga into ET. They picked Bristleback and didn't ban TA. I'm not one to say it's draft issues, but it's draft issues, man.
It definitely looks that way. It feels that way. 23-3 definitely says it's going that way. Draft into lanes, into mid-game. Nothing has really gone right here for Na'Vi.
I mean, I could see this Naga dying in like a single hit almost from the Shaker. If ET walks next to her, Shaker jumps in, that's almost an insta-kill.
Let's just look at the Shadow Shaman. The tale of that story.
Yeah, I mean, tower went down at least, so QBFY has been doing what he can, trying to push out the side lanes. Top lane now, running down the Bristle.
Pango is here with a Rolling Thunder to try and defend him. The Bristle is now broken, running back with no health left, and looks he's the one to pick up the kill, while Pango TP's out mid-roll. Oh, but who's this? A straggler. A freebie. Kaori, come back here. Does leap away from the ET, trying to stomp her. Now the TP home, a wise decision. Good moves by Kaori to get out of there.
Barely gets away before the disruption would reach. Very short cast range on that. Meanwhile, mid-tower, the Wild Wings. They're doing everything they can on these supports to take some towers. So, it's still 17 gold lead, which, 17k, it has been the advantage for the last 5 minutes. They have not been able to build on that gold lead. It's actually flatline entirely. But it still feels like it's just a matter of time. They get the Roche, they get that Aegis, and they will come to your high ground.
What a fun graph. 13 levels up.
It literally just flatlined. Well, it feels like 9 Pandas are dominating. Na'Vi are squeezing a lot of farm out of the map.
Holding on to their hope. When was that? Minute 16, 17? 17 minutes? 10 minutes ago was actually that last kill, really? Ouch!
Yeah, it's been a little while. But, they got towers. They also killed a sentry ward since then, so exciting stuff.
Great. Sentry ward. I love that for them.
The big wins.
Brilliant. Don't even get any money or experience from sentry wards.
No, but you do get a CS. It shows on your scoreboard after the game, Gareth. It's
excellent.
God
damn.
The banner is dropped. Intentions are made clear. 9 Pandas are pushing that high ground.
Yeah, we're here to take your buildings. You've got to fight back at some point, Na'Vi. And a demon, a shaker, and the TA. Just blow up the Enchantress, easy as you like. The Pango, though, rolling back in onto this Templar Assassin, will force a BKB. Na'Vi turning quickly to run back to their fountains. The Nighttime's pop, though. This Night Stalker very fearsome. And I just have to watch their tier 3 and barracks die. Naga is showing no intentions of going back, so just losing heroes in the base. Bristleback and Shadow Shaman are going to follow this Enchantress into the grave while the Pango has jumped in. Naga Siren is still split pushing and trying to do something on the map while the rest of her team are turned into sausage.
Honestly, I don't really know what they're doing on Navi. Why are they going in and fighting if Naga is not going to TP home? Why even attempt to fight 4v5? It's like, yeah, they're trying to delay the push, but they're just bleeding and now they're going to lose the towers and the team fight.
Yeah, like it looked like two very different plans, right? Like Naga cutting and holding back waves so the push will stop eventually, and then the other 4 members kind of just going in and dying. Like trying to save each other.
I think if Naga doesn't TP, just don't even be close to that, because you're not slowing down the push. It's just base falling. And now they lost the team fights, they lost the bottom racks, and mid racks still gonna fall to the TA. Don't see any way to defend this.
Oh, they've got creep wave in the base. This TA still has Aegis as well. So just turns and hits the Bristleback, forces Boom away. Shad will show up now, and 9 Pandas, respecting Na'Vi's potential hold of the high ground.
And Lace goes and fixes bottom lane, makes sure that the creeps come in again. So even though all the creeps have been cut previously by Naga, bottom wave does find its way. Actually, mid creeps are here as well now.
And wave arrived. Now the Bristleback destroyed, broken and blown up, dead for 50 seconds while the Night Stalker jumps QBFY. Shadow Shaman under the crippling fear, going to get tapped down. And Pango, Naga on the high ground, fake pumping that ultimate. Not sure if it should go or stop or stay or what. No,
I mean, this game is just a disaster. You can have one of these. It's a best of 3 after all, so not gonna get immediately eliminated or something, but Navi really need to wake up after this game. A lot of stuff just doesn't really feel right for them right now. Arcane Rune, Octarine Core, halfway to a refresher on the Shaker.
Well, it's level 25 is like minus 60 seconds cooldown on Echo Slam or something, right?
Yeah, it's 50% CDR.
50%, that's what it is, right?
So you cut the CD in half to begin with, and then you have some stuff, yeah. With Arcane Rune and Octarine, you could probably get it down to like 25 second CD, I think, at the lowest. Something like that.
Come on, let me dream of the 10 second. What was that prism, the neutral item?
Oh, yeah. Spell Prism.
Spell Prism, yeah.
I
in there as well.
I missed the 25% Spell Prism, man.
Oh, that was
so nice. Good.
As a Warlock player, I want more golems.
Here comes the wraparound. The one final hurrah.
They've already been spotted. Shadow Shark coming against the jump on Shadow Demon. The Shadows going at each other, but the self-disruption saves him. Sanctity rolls in. Doesn't get the connection. Na'Vi just get turned on here. Iron Pandas are far too strong. The Naga gets back to high ground to run. The mirror image is doing some damage. They get a couple of kills. ET down and Aegis claimed. Naga Siren now with a Song of the Siren to try and buy back with Na'Vi to turn the fight. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe 9 Pandas aren't too strong. Na'Vi holding. Turning back on his Earthshaker and Night Stalker. The impetus damage with the Naga, and the damage looks good. They kill Earthshaker off. Now they've got to deal with V2. Night Stalker's also contending with this Pangolier, forcing him to chase. To race down. TA gets out of there.
They do manage to hold it. An amazing hold by Na'Vi. Does come at a lot of cost though. 3 buybacks used for them. A buyback was used by ET as well. But still, pretty spectacular hold. The Enchantress doing a lot of damage in that fight actually. With her shard and her auto attacks, she was laying in quite a few impetus into the enemy as she was being ignored. Yeah, Bristleback, however, doing like 100 damage before he got killed. The break.
Sad times for Boom.
He just hasn't had a game, but I also feel like that's what should happen when you see, you know, a first pick Bristle with so many counter options, and the SD break is just like that's the final nail in the coffin for him. He cannot stay alive.
And the question is always, what next? Na'Vi, win a team fight technically. There's a lot of buybacks. And now they are planting themselves in enemy ancients to play out the map. A good move then into the right place, right time. Just they don't feel strong enough to hold that area once everyone from 9 Pandas has respawned.
No, it's gonna be difficult, but they do have some stuff to play around. They have Hex on the Naga Siren, so she can try and set up kills. Night Stalker is out here now. Naga will think better of staying.
It leaves some illusions to go cut the wave. The rest of Na'Vi back on their side of the river. But maintain the lanes, pushing out bottom in particular. Well, 9 Pandas just gonna slowly reset. In a minute and a half, they'll know when Roshan spawns up. It feels like... They probably feel like the game should have ended already.
Yeah, 9 Pandas, I mean, even though last push was not successful and they died and had to retreat with some heroes, it was still doing the damage that we expect. The buybacks. Top lane. Shadow Shaman trying to sneak away. Link?
Ooh, just about. Yeah, trap it off the mark slightly. Solo nearly there with the Observer Ward, but doesn't see him fast enough.
Nice reaction by QBFY, gets to safety.
Yeah, another big push is coming. Night Stalker always out here scouting. And Shad is doing the little thing where he's pretending to be a pair of illusions with his real hero. So if somebody walks up there, he's got that Orchid ready.
They want to take the fight outside base. Pango, pump faking.
Thinking about rolling, huh? Link Hex for Shadow Shaman. Night Stalker breaks out of it straight up and takes him down. QBFY and Boom both gone. V-Tune with his BKB refraction ensnared for now as the Rolling Thunder does crash in towards 9 Pandas, but Earthshaker has zoned pretty much everyone from Na'Vi out. Another Blink Echo Slam, the double onto Naga now, kills him off. A triple kill for Erase. And Lays chases them back towards their throne for the GG to be called. Na'Vi, no chances left here in game 1. 41-6.
It's the most dominating performance so far of this qualifier, I think. Out of all the games that I've seen, it's just not even close. 9 Pandas, they just look like they were in a completely different league in game number 1.
Stone power, whatever. And I've yet to see her played in a game where she doesn't have that, so I'm kind of curious if it's going to be, up to par. We're going to have the same kind of item timings. Will she come out minute 20 with that, Battle Fury and just cleave people?
Yeah, we'll have to see if the hero can hold her own and do well even without some PEDs to help her get that extra farm rate.
Performance-enhancing drugs. I had to think about that one. I was like, what's a PED?
Yeah, performance-enhancing drugs in Dota. That's what Ogre is. He's just your local dealer.
When I hear PED, I think of pedestrian from GTA. All the character models are called PEDs. They're all pedestrians.
No. Ogre is the pedestrian. He's about to get run over. 5-man.
Walking very slowly, isn't he? A very pedestrian pace from the Ogre. Poor Kaori.
Well, on the bright side, Gareth, 8 stick charges. 8! So many stick charges. Really valuable first blood feed.
Oh, so valuable. How much is a stick charge worth, do you think?
Gold value?
Yeah.
I mean, depends on the situation, isn't it? It can be worth billions, Gareth.
Billions?
Billions.
That's a little safety net, yeah. Depends how much you've invested into the hero that's holding it, I guess. I was thinking, 15 health and mana. Compare that to a salve or, I guess, a fairy fire or a mango or more.
At the opportune moment, it could win you a game, Gareth.
Oh, right. That's where we're sitting. Okay. It's true, I guess.
Don't clown on my magic stick. It's one of my favorite items.
I'm not clowning on it. I'm thinking of, we should take it, look at cheese and work out the health per gold value of cheese and then work out magic stick values from that,
Magic stick should sell for more if it has many charges.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So Kaori, he goes there, gets a bunch of charges,
5 gold
dies,
per stick
sells
charge. Yeah, 5 gold extra per stick charge. That should be a sell value.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
You want 50?
Yeah, I do. The old school TA trap value.
Nice. 1,000 extra gold for selling a farm stick.
V-Tune up at top, man. Already taking a beating as Solo was kind of late to lane. Boom and QBFY just step up and throw spells at him.
Bit of a pause.
I do have a stick on the PA at least, so V-Tune, not massively bothered by that early burst of damage. Should be able to come back and get some last hits going.
Yeah, he's PA. He's generally fine to just sit back and spam and last it, but during this early nighttime, Night Stalker should be a little bit stronger in the lane. He does have a lot of damage as well, so it can be hard to get last hits against him. 73 damage level 1 on Night Stalker.
Pretty heavy hitter.
We're on V-Tune.
8 stick still. Eats the tango. He's probably going to have to use it eventually, and this is getting rough now with the early spam.
Bottom lane, 9 Pandas are trying to unpull the pull into the small camp, so he's just going in, trying to aggro creeps away. He's like, come with me! Run!
Come over here. You don't want kobolds. They don't taste very good.
I mean, the kobolds wouldn't have killed a single creep anyway, so the pull isn't that important, but they do manage to use the creeps to get them back here, close to a tower. We're still going to be in a much better spot to farm.
Pathetic little kobold camp.
They really need to buff them. Give them damage.
How do harpies get to have lightning and vools get poison? And kobolds get what? Prospecting and disarm?
I mean,
get out.
If you take away the poison on the Vul camp, it's still like 3 times as strong as the kobolds, you know? Like, they just destroy creeps.
They do.
Oh, top lane.
Solo
it's Pugna this time.
Boom and QBFY over the top of him. Solo very low. A chase from Boom with a Void coming back off cooldown. He sees the target and he'll take him out. V-Tune with a bit of damage stabbing back into them, but Natus lane, a good start.
Really good play from Navi as well, because the lane is pushing in their favor, basically. So they're still keeping the creep wave very far away from the PA. No signs of it pushing, no small camp available. This is just really, really rough. At least in 20 seconds, the Lotus is gonna spawn, and it looks like 9 Pandas might be able to grab that one.
Yeah, they need any little victory. 6 last hits on the PA, that really hurts. Well, down at the bottom, Shad is getting run at by this Bristleback. And Willow, with the Shadow Realm hit, they take her down. Opposing side lanes here going well for both teams. Stun from the Ogre though, and Lupsi dropping to this Ignite. Kaori gets some revenge.
Running for the Lotus now. Bristle also wants it, but a little bit too slow. Kaori standing strong, full HP, a lot of mana. He can just bully the Bristle back out. So yeah, they lost the TA. It's a good kill for 9 Pandas in a lane where we don't expect it. But now it's looking a bit rougher.
Level 3 Ogre, dream situation for him.
Yeah,
Bullying back 2 heroes, getting a kill. Mid lane, a raise. I was going to ask you, Sanctity was kind of dropping behind in last hits. Pango was crushing it early on. But now he gets the kill because this is 2-2-0. And where Ember unlocks it.
Exactly. It's the build that I was talking about. Once you get a few points into Sleight of Fist, it really starts adding up the damage. Now what? Level 3 is when it really starts to hurt. 120 damage, 9-second cooldown. Bristle back again, taking just a beating from the Ogre. He does have a salve to get some HP back, though. No rune refill for the Ember, as supports were fighting for a top rune.
Is Solo okay here?
He looks to be fine. A lot of movement speed on that little skeleton. Even though it was dangerous, was kept to safety.
His top lane's still in a weird place, though. Like you mentioned, they were in a good spot when the lane was pushing. This creep wave is still under tower. Boom's farming it. Kind of hard for Solo and V-Tune to play the lane when it's behind an enemy tier 1.
Yeah, didn't expect the PA to be struggling this much, but Batrider doing a lot in this lane. And Night Stalker just confidently standing and CSing.
Well, a pull by Lupsi down bottom and a drag by Lays. Messes up the creep equilibrium down here. Well, Erase in the mid lane. Still going strong after that death sanctity. 27-8 against 16-3. What's the net worth difference between these two, actually?
Yeah, looking at net worth, the Pango is ahead, and Ember is 400 gold behind. And a lot of it goes back as well to this this Ember now not getting a bottle refill, so he has to play very cautiously still. A TP refill from a support or something would have been really nice for him, but no such luck for him.
In daytime, Boom has double bracer 16-1, and he's turning and fighting V-Tune there. A 3v1 in which Boom is surviving, brambled up and blood grenaded though, and now the jump back in from the PA gets the kill. It looked like he might just slip away from their grasp, but 9 Pandas make Boom pay.
That has to be careful. A lot of heroes still here. Going in alone. He does have an Ogre behind, but too far away.
All these right clicks add up. The Willow and the Pugna offering a fair amount of damage, just chipping away at you for Solo to actually finish the job.
Now Ogre is here, but just too late to the party. Can yeet an Ignite perhaps if he gets a bit closer, but no, they're gonna get away from him.
Lost vision. Radiant Creeps are still chasing though, apparently. Where are they going? Wandering off. Back to lane though. Let's try to follow the Ogre.
Does stack the creep wave a bit for the catapult, so maybe they can do a push together with it.
Hey, maybe a push, a glyph, and a dive.
Yeah. Pango, by the way, got the shield rune on mid, so he just continues to dominate the bottom refills, and Ember running low on resources.
Jeez, this damage from range. Na'Vi barely committed stuff, like a sticky napalm, a flame break, an ignite, pushing the PA around from range, and then Night Stalker comes in to finish it. Looks at Solo's Pugna as a tasty little meal, and a double kill there for Boom. Daytime Night Stalker.
It's a level 3 ignite, it really hurts. It's so much damage from so far away. And now he's level 5 on Ogre, so he has his ulti. Learning curve kicking in. Can multicast that.
How is this Ogre so large? Oh, he got killed bottom. His TA died. Ogre got the lane. V-Tune is returned top.
He is back, but QBFY very aggressive. Looking for any pressure he can put on the PA. Meanwhile, while this is happening, we haven't talked about it too much, but the Bristleback down bottom hasn't been having too good of a time. He's getting some farm, but TA sitting at 55 last hits is kind of flying ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely is. Looks like Na'Vi really putting a lot of emphasis on this top lane now, though. Ember Spirit made a little move up there. It looks like double dire wards. See it coming.
Yeah, this dire ward that they have on the lane is really nice. It's been showing a lot of rotations to top lane.
That mid ward does get dewarded straight up. Mango still crashes into the middle of 3 of them. Dark Willow's here to help out Erase as he tries the Rolling Thunder, but he's rooted up by the Searing Chains. Over eager move by the Pangolier there, expecting more teammates to arrive on time, but now Dark Willow has to run away, and Pugna being eyed up by another Night Stalker move. The Dark Ascension, the chase over the top, and the magic damage from QBFY gets Na'Vi their 7th kill of the game.
Very aggressive play and nice moves towards the rune. Those power runes are going to be so important when you have an Ember and a Pango, so expect to see a lot more of that. And again, the moment that they're done with that rotation, it's like, okay, where's V-Tune? What is he doing? Chasing after him.
Hello, PA.
Uh-oh, the Ignite's gonna come in from far.
There it is, the multicast on him. V-Tune goes for the TP, Fire Blast from Kaori, another kill on the PA.
Oh no.
Wait, we've gone from disaster game 1 for Na'Vi to disaster game 2 for 9 Pandas. It's just like we said, these teams, draft and play-wise, they can just switch on and take games off each other as if they're nothing.
I have to say, I'm not sure about the build as well from PA. He's going for the Battle Fury Rush with no power treads.
Okay.
It's, this is a very greedy build that is easily exploitable by putting pressure on him. He doesn't have movement speed from boots. He doesn't have stats. He's just really weak right now. And if you get shut down while trying to go for the Battle Fury Rush, it can really slow down your progression. He's the lowest farmed core right now in terms of CS. He does have at least some gold ahead of the Ember and the Bristle, but not great times for him.
So then what is the logic of just rushing Battle Fury then?
I cleave fast. Yeah, I mean, the idea is that if you get to it early, then yeah, you're going to be able to farm nicely, but it's a very greedy approach. And all this tension towards his lane has kind of punished this choice.
This mid lane, a damage out of that Ember Spirit. Brings 2 heroes down to half, but now the Bat Rider's left alone as the Ember disappears. Dark Willow looks like she's going to be surviving barely, and yeah, I love how we can't click the hero. We've got to click on the portrait as Ember comes back in for round 2. Another slight chains, diving tier 2 tower. Nothing to stop him, but Lupsi does stay alive at 50 health.
Sanctity had to jump out as the stun was about to trigger. Could maybe have gotten that kill. Doesn't want to risk it though.
And like my question about PA, logic around Battle Fury, I guess context is required for my brain. I'm thinking about the old school anti-mage, right, where we had the Battle Fury rush in the old days where games were slow and people didn't really exploit stuff, and then everyone shifted to treads first AM then Battle Fury, because it allowed them to fight. And it kind of let them farm the Battle Fury faster, right?
Yeah. A lot of the times, going Power Treads first allows you to get a better Battle Fury timing anyway. We do see Solo going down to the dive. But, you know, that's why I'm not really on board with this. This can work if you're absolutely crushing your lane, or if the enemy are just not able to make early rotations. But this is not the game for it, I think. I think he made a mistake. But we'll see how it works out. He's, you know, finding some farm in jungle now at least.
He's committed. Can't go back for treads now.
No. No, definitely not.
Yeah, I'll commit to it.
Now that he's full jungling, he doesn't need the treads. At this point, might as well have it.
Brambles miss mid, so no go on Sanctity. I'll just Remnant TP refill and come back out onto the map. Pangolier hasn't really made a move yet.
Looks to be an Echo Saber Pango, so not going for a Differ Rush in this game. Instead, wants to get those auto attacks in. Ember going for a Mage Slayer. Quite standard. Very nice to have against Bristleback.
Here comes Boom. Straight into mid to help this Ember Spirit, but the Fear and the Bramble is on him. Sanctity killed off first, and now with the Bedlam and the damage out of this Pug and Life Drain, Boom follows. Lupsi gets a double kill. Pangolier saved by the decrep. They turn back onto Kaori with a Rolling Thunder. EA is TP'd in to try and save the day, but there's a raised Pangolier, and Lupsi Dark Willow pick up a triple kill.
Nice tips being exchanged there. Beautiful from Lupsi, setting that up.
From Disaster to... Oh, that side blade nearly had him.
Close. Nice
But
little
from
try.
Disaster to Heroes in one team fight, 9 Pandas are balancing this game back out.
Yeah, crazy stuff there. Catching the Ember was a really good recognition that, okay, we can actually grab him here. Didn't think that they had time to get the Bramble Mace into Terrorize, but just enough change stun duration. 4 bounty runes gets picked up by TA. Minor treasure found. Batrider doesn't actually get away from this? Oh, it's gonna be fine.
Now the Night Stalker's like, yes, haha, Solo. Fatal flaw, trying to kill my Batrider. But a TP from Solo, cleverly back to Fountain.
Yeah, a lot of space created by Solo's Pugna. Night Stalker looking towards mid. Nexus bottom, they're really close to tower.
It's a Raze who gets the kill on Kaori, and the Bristleback stayed alive. Alive long enough to throw out some more Quill Sprays and Nasal Goos, but the TA is able to get away from the grasps of PA and Pango with a Blink Dagger Refraction.
Yeah, barely having enough time there. Refraction blocking the damage. Gets the Blink to safety. So only lost the Ogre, not punished too much.
And 9 Pandas holding on this tier 1 for as long as possible. 2 support sat here to defend it.
They have the Terrorize again, so Ember has to be careful not to have a repeat of what happened before.
A Raze. Comes across and looks for the active rune. It's a regen that spawned down bottom, though. Now the race down there. Pango defended by 2 bodyguards. Ember Spirit realizes there's no chase to be had.
He's gonna.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go, V-Tune.
Oh,
yes, the Battle Fury ancient stack
Leaving
farming.
time.
Oh,
The money, it's coming.
it's working. Right. Yes, above the Ember Spirit. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, just fixing that net worth positioning. I mean, they've made an amazing job of just keeping him safe and happy and farming, right? TA was active in fighting mid, but still they lost the team fight, so you gotta praise his stars in his team.
Yeah, now playing straight back into their vision. They kick Kaori and Boom out of this top jungle. And I don't know, it feels like PA has died and gone 0-4 this game. The amount of action that was happening top, but it's not that bad. He's 1-2-2 on V-Tune.
Yeah, I mean, the laning stage could have gone way better for him. He definitely struggled, and the death into the repeat death and having to walk out of base was basically the painful part. His deaths were immediately following each other, so TP was on cooldown. But yeah, he's been given a lot of time to recover jungle. He's been sitting jungle for like 9 minutes now or something. And of course, PA is going to get strong over time. Has the power treads now.
Yeah, defended in this little pocket of farm by some real bruisers at the front. Like Bristleback and Pango have been making a lot of noise, and defending these tier 1s very important to keep these ancients locked behind some objectives. PA's defender just straight up by these tier 1 towers.
Yeah, also some really good stacks being made for her. Just the ancients going from one big stack to the next.
Ed?
Again, trying.
Long Thunder after the Terrorize and the Brambles. It's enough. They've got the damage to do the trick.
Willow just hard countering the Ember.
Huh.
He's a level 30 Ember. Like, Sanctity is no beginner to this hero, but there's no way out if you get caught by the Brambles. The chain stun is there, and Pango brings a lot of damage as well with a continuous slamming from the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, and the Bedlam adds in as well. I didn't think they would have like quite enough control.
Yeah, I mean, Willow is arguably the best support in the game at chain stunning heroes, right? You start with the roots, follow up with the fear, then you have the stun afterwards.
Look at all that overlap, yeah.
Yeah, it's like pretty much her and Bane are the two scariest heroes to run into when it comes to control.
Or Shadow Shaman, right?
Yeah. They're making it work. Now,
Radiant, we get some vision in that.
Daytime and no Night Stalker ulti, so there's definitely go time again for 9 Pandas.
And Radiant gets some vision in the dire triangle, but it feels like it's a little bit late now. TA has Deso. Yeah, it feels like 9 Pandas are the ones. And his Pango ult is up again, especially in, what, 5 seconds? Yeah, itching to make a move.
Shad
Radiant
is enormous, so trying to play around TA is going to be the way for Navi to find success.
Well, the Radiant Observer Ward, then the scan, means Shad evacuates his ancient spot and comes back to defend tier 1. Tightens up the rest of Na'Vi. Night Stalker's pretty far away.
Let's wrap
See
around.
if this actually develops into a team fight, because 9 Pandas, they want this immediate pick into tower.
Still 35 seconds, no Night Stalker ulti, so if they go quickly with this wave, they can have a good fight.
Lines being drawn by Na'Vi to wrap around.
Yeah. Or maybe they're drawing that's what's happening from 9 Pandas.
Potentially. Oh yeah, the bat is super close to Blink as well. And Na'Vi just need a little bit more time, finish off these items, get to that Night Stalker ulti. For now, it looks like just their presence there. I guess their lack of presence. You know, the Night Stalker shows bottom, but there's 4 heroes hidden off the map in the fog. 9 Pandas don't see them, so a little spooked. Just go straight into the objective.
Yeah, it's also hard for a hero like PA to go up and hit the tower, right? She doesn't want to push like that. Yeah, you have Pugna to spam, but the rest of your cores don't want to push tower.
You don't know if that has Blink or not. Could have had it by then, but the TA steps up and gets rolled on, killed Shad, really overstepping, and now the Batrider, who just got his Blink dagger, is being annihilated. UBFY, the dagger, thrown by VTune, picks up a double kill for the PA.
PA looking for more? Could maybe go for Ogre.
And Pango just goes straight in. Shield crashes at the top. Night Stalker diving into the back, trying to zone them out, but Erase able to kill off Kaori, while the Night Stalker is tagged up by the Brambles and the Cursed Crown. A triple kill for VTune as Night Stalker hits the ground, and 9 Pandas, they've come back big time.
Yeah, dropping low on PA, but the heal is there from the Pugna as well. Fix her immediately. Huge wins for 9 Pandas. Navi looked like they were dominating in the game early on, especially with TA being so farmed, but she just overstepped way too far ahead. I think it happens sometimes when you have such a good game and the rest of your team is struggling a bit that you don't understand the balance of the game. I think Shad just got way too confident.
I feel like you're the strongest hero, you're unkillable. You already refracted and blinked out of danger bottom a couple of times.
Yeah, but it's hard to do so against the root. The Bramble Mace has to be respected. It's been the story of the game. Loopsy has been the MVP, I want to say. 5-1 and 9 on Dark Willow. Facilitating absolutely all these kills.
That's been a spot on.
Oh, he ran into everyone, but he got the Shadow Realm out.
Oh, he did. It can't be touched.
Yes, 4
can't
staff.
Be targeted. Can't be hit. 4 staffs away. Oh my god, now Erase is in with a Rolling Thunder. Brambles down. And there's low ground river. Whistleback comes in with the damage, and Kaori, boom, both out. Dark Willow still alive as well.
I mean,
Decrapped and saved up.
Loopsy is just gaming it this game, just owning them completely. Got the Shadow Realm out, and the entire initiation just looked, I don't know, completely lost. Navi not having a way to deal with her when she's in that Shadow Realm.
That happens in like a frame, right? Like the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Shadow Realm, you can't be targeted, and you can't Shadow Realm when you're lassoed, so they both happen at the same time.
There's a fade time, right? So there's a little bit of a fade delay now. They added on the Willow.
Ah.
It used to be instantaneous, but I don't know what the fade time is. It doesn't really say on the ability. It's like 0.15 or something. Like there's a little bit of a fade.
A little tick. A little server tick.
Yeah. Am I stupid? No, it doesn't actually say it anywhere, I think.
Interesting. Well, Roshan's taken by 9 Pandas. Na'Vi in the vicinity trying to fight into this Aegis. They lose their Ogre. That's a nice snipe. TA takes out Solo, but Shad immediately turned on by the TA. And it looks like the TA is the worst of the assassins in this game. V-Tune just cleaving them in two. Boom, run at by a raise now as this Pango opens up. Well, Alasso has caught out the Bristleback on the right-hand side. UBFY, he's taken out though. V-Tune with Lupsi there. Not able to save the Bristle, but they do get a third kill.
I mean, they get something at least this fight for Navi, you know? They get a kill on the Pugna, they bring down the Bristle, they get some gold, but it's another one fight where 9 Pandas don't even lose the Aegis. The PA is looking so strong with the Manta Style ready as well now. She can get rid of some of the nasty stuff, the Ignite, Searing Chain, and so on. Uh-oh, Ember?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
He jumped back into a Remnant, but there was a little bit of a trap waiting for him as PA was just standing right there.
Oh dear.
Things are falling apart. I think a big part of the story is that the Ember just doesn't have a game. Shut down by the Willow, the multiple rotations down to mid lane to gank him. He's supposed to be having a good game against the Pango, but really hasn't been the case. Both teams on the Tormentor.
Oh, you melded it for us? Why, thank you. UBFY.
Chad got the last though.
They got it on the Radiant. Now V-Tune pretty low HP. Gonna get fire blasted and killed by Boom. So Aegis expended. But did take out Kiori though in the meantime. Now it is saving Private V-Tune. Can they get him out of here? Apparently evading a lot of TA's hits. But Dark Willow dead to this nice Stalker. As Sanctity comes in. UBFY on the right is being contended with by the Bristlebag. There's this main brunt of the action where the TA and the jump gets the kill on V-Tune. Solo now left stranded, Arrays and Lays both got to get the hell out of here at this point. It might be Na'Vi catching up to them. The Blink gets him a bit of distance with a swashbuckle, but he has no TP. If they've seen that, they could keep chasing him. And they will. UBFY and Boom right on his head. Angle there. Tries to turn and fight with his shield crash, but that's his life done.
I mean, 9 Pandas haven't even taken the tier 1 tower, by the way. They just went in for a Tormentor steal, and then they committed for it when they saw that Navi were there. To say that this is insolent behavior is like an understatement. They are absolutely just shameless. Navi do punish it correctly, and now Navi are the ones who are ahead in net worth. Win a fight against the Aegis. I mean, that was a pretty fresh Aegis too, so look at that net worth swing. They were massively ahead, feeling really good. Now,
yeah, I mean, we had a moment where TA felt invincible. Now it's PA's turn to... yeah.
I don't know. A fight like that where TA is just sitting super far back and you can't dive her is very hard for 9 Pandas to win. They need to go on her, otherwise the fight is going to be very painful for several of their heroes.
And you're also kind of filtering in one by one. You know, the PA and the Pugna start, the Bristleback was late, the Pango wasn't quite there.
Yeah. The Night Stalker has completed his SMY, gonna go for the status resistance build that we've seen be popular. Probably gonna pick up that talent as well. Or extension damage also an option, but nah, there it is. So he has the 51.3% status res. Feels amazing. And who did they give the shard to? Okay, Tormentor was taken and went to PA. So he got the break for free.
Not too bad. Na'Vi starting to feel themselves, though. I mean, they popped up to like a 3k lead a moment ago while 9 Pandas were all dead. Oh, they don't quite get there in time. Pango blinks up north.
Oh,
maybe?
Stalker doesn't want to go in for the vision. Gonna see Bristle. Got a Lotus
They go
Orb.
on him? Meld? Got Lotus, but no Lasso yet. They use it now. It's reflected on them, though.
It's a lot of goo.
Lasso as the Bristleback spams the goo, but he is dead. Now, 9 Pandas, you want to try and turn this and fight with V-Tune moving forward. It looks like they do, but No more control. Terrorize not used. Sanctity just jumps away.
Good pick off for Navi. Get in, get out cleanly. TA with a full MKB now as well as bringing the damage. Lasso, even though he knew the Lotus was going to return the Lasso, that was a good choice by QBFY. Just hold the target in place for TA to kill him.
9 Pandas spent, what, 15 minutes at the bottom of a well, crawling their way up and out, getting Roshan, the light at the end of the tunnel, win the prize, and then they jump back into the well again. Like, I'm still processing this Tormentor move, man.
Yeah, the Tormentor move was, I mean, beyond. The fact that they went there, saw that TA was right there, and then decided to keep going for it, definitely gonna come back to haunt them if they lose this game.
It's still in a pretty even one, right? 2K net worth lead, not a big deal, minute 26.
No, it's
9 Pandas still have shown they've got tons of control for this. Ember Spirit, great ways to get onto the TA. Just a matter of putting yourselves in a position to use your spells.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, the Pango blindly initiates. Doesn't find the Ember, though.
Might go for this, though. Arrays just rolls around, turns, and again stuns up Sanctity.
He didn't have any more Remnants. He already had one placed. 5 seconds cooldown on his Remnant as they jumped him.
Real rough game for this Ember Spirit.
Yeah, he's still struggling a lot to find his place.
And Basher on a PA as well. And Bat has his BKB, so maybe has a little more ease and freedom entering the fights.
That's a pretty huge item to have already. Shard, BKB, Blink Dagger, QBFY. I feel a bit more confident now against the Pango, against the Dark Willow. This BKB is not a bad choice.
Yeah. He's got the Tread Shard as well. Did you get to try and play the Tread Shard Batroid last night?
No, after last night, dude. We were here for 13 hours. I went to bed, man. No, I haven't tried it yet, but the Tread Shard Batrider is definitely on my to-do list. It looks so much fun to play. We saw it yesterday as well, being played by Problems. Dominated a game, doing a similar build. He didn't go BKB, but, you know, that's situational build. But the Blink and the Shard Power Treads being the core part of the build is looking really nice.
QBFY gets to plant himself in that top jungle and farm. And TA and the Ogre coming in behind him. So it looks like Na'Vi want to take up that top part of the map. So it does get a bit closer to nighttime. Kind of expecting Roshan to be up there. Yeah, see all the TA traps around the place. But they are backing up into some dire vision. They go across the lane.
Ooh, yeah, the smoke saw them a little bit. Or the wood saw them a little bit.
And they scan them as well. The dire. Right up to this high ground. Onto Kaori's Ogre. Oh, good for Na'Vi. They only lose their position 5. Night Stalker is looking for the return angle. Bristleback moves across. Jump on the Pugnet in the back. Not going to be committed to by the Night Stalker. A Sanctity, Shiver's Guard, and a Remnant sent forward. Dark Willow moves in with a Shadow Realm Bedlam. And a Raze on top of this Bat Rider gets the catch on the initiation hero. How do they see him? It is V-Tune.
That was a nice attempt. Nice attempt there with the Terrorize, but not quite catching him in time.
And finding that Bat Rider straight up. Great from 9 Pandas.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of random vision that they keep getting. The Stifling Daggers, you know, throw them onto a hero, get the vision.
And back to a bit of farming.
Yeah, Navi back to farming. They need a fight where TA isn't able to hit. And she was just not in the right cliff. Last fight, she was standing on the upper high ground, and all the other heroes were too far away for her to really reach them. But she doesn't want to walk into the low ground, so they ended up missing their damage.
I mean, you're walking into brambles and quill sprays and hugna wards and stuff.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to get too close. She knows that the damage is going to be absurd if PA jumps her, for instance.
It feels like it should be gem time for 9 Pandas.
Yes.
PA traps are everywhere.
Yeah, definitely would be useful.
Nice Stalker. Right over the top of this Bristleback. Turn fire from the Pangolier, who rolls up and crashes onto Boom. Nice Stalker's pretty speedy, though, so a bit of a gap there between him and the rest of 9 Pandas, evading the remaining seconds of that Rolling Thunder.
That status resist, just walking off, you know. Normally Pango can lock you in place for a while, but not possible against this Night Stalker build.
Shrugs it off. Got both teams looking at Roche.
A lot of posturing for Roche. This
4
area
minutes of night time left.
Area is so important to play. Onto the Ember again. No dispels for him.
Entity, Beard, Bramble, PA's in, trying to get the bashes and the damage onto this Ember, and they cleave 2 out at the same time.
He is dropping though.
UBFY and Sanctity die, but Shad does get the return onto V2, you're right. The PA dies, now Solo's on the run, Ember Spirit brought back to Remnant back in. Shad with a double kill, and 9 Pandas the ones that are sent retreating. A buyback from the Ember Spirit, a fearful situation for 9 Pandas after losing their PA. And the Pangolier, I mean, what is this? Just a Night Stalker? There's an Ember Spirit coming? They can't follow through anymore.
They go for the push instead. TA is joining. Actually, they can get the Bristle.
I want the Bristle back here. I mean, Array says no, we're turning this into a fight. Whoopsie buys back. TP's up to top. That little roll up, the damage to the TA nearly kills him off. The Pango escapes on a tiny amount of HP. Now the Willow who bought back dies immediately. And 9 Pandas, a dieback from the Willow, Arrays is back in Fountain, Na'Vi 5 alive and pushing tower with Roshan alive.
Every single fight, the one thing that you need to pay attention to really is TA getting jumped or is she allowed to hit? Every fight that she's been allowed to hit and is in position, they win. They win it very easily. She has MKB, she has tons of damage, and last fight, 9 Pandas, they commit for this Ember kill. He's quite tanky though. Mage Slayer, Defiant Shell, and Shivas took quite a while to kill him, and PA just ended up not having Phantom Strike or Stifling Dagger. Even though she had Satanic ready, she couldn't lifesteal because nobody was close to her.
Yeah. Crazy. Crazy how it looks so good, killing Sanctity, like a double kill with a cleave. It's like, oh yes, that's so sick. Then your PA completely isolated, and TA with freedom.
Yeah.
Now having Aegis on Shad.
And now the fact that she has Aegis makes it so that, oh, you know what went wrong last fight? We didn't go on the TA, now just go on TA next fight. Well, now that might not be true because Aegis kind of changes the dynamic as well. So I think they just have to dodge the fight for a bit on 9 Pandas or fight under their own buildings. They need to get some item advantage right now. Like the Abyssal on PA could not come soon enough. Some of these other items they're working on as well. The AC from Pango would be huge.
I think another option might be if you get the chance to kill the Ember Spirit, right? His dieback gives you a good, at this point, what, like 70, 80 seconds or whatever?
Yeah.
To play the map and maybe, you know, Na'Vi is scared then.
If he's alone, sure. But if he's close to TA, then, you know, you just have a repeat of what just happened. Actually, Na'Vi are the ones wanting to turn up the pace. They're going to smoke away from bottom. This should be pretty obvious, though. TA was pushing bottom and now is not hitting the tower. This rotation should be sensed, and as you can see, all of 9 Pandas are moving into their base. They're saying, what just happened? Why are they not pushing bottom tier 2? Yeah, this is very suspicious. A little bit too obvious.
Mid. Dire Ward sees him.
This counter smoke is dangerous though, because even though you counter smoke, you don't really want to walk out.
Bottom. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Na'Vi
Dire scan. Na'Vi's gonna get there.
Yeah. DDTA to pass it.
And that scan turned red. Do 9 Pandas get scared or do they still step forward?
They should probably be scared.
Mr. Pack's poking his head around the corner. Nearly daytime. Night Stalker does have ulti, but that's something that 9 Pandas can maybe use to their advantage. 8 out of Night Stalker ulti, then look for that secondary fight. The jump lasso.
That Lotus.
QBFY disappears. And now the jump on the TA. He's kind of isolated here. Night Stalker's trying to get on the button in the back. Aegis is gone though. The TA just disappears. Now the Ember Spirit's going to keep them at bay. Rolling Thunder doesn't land. The Bashes though hit Shad down to half health, pushes them back and tries to hit into V-Tune. The TA time to run away now. It looks like Ogre and Night Stalker holding the retreat. QBFY did buy back here. Chance for Na'Vi to maybe fight back, but I think Shad made that call after Aegis was claimed. Just get out.
Yeah, definitely. He did not want to keep fighting and just bail out, run away. That was a really good reaction with the Lotus Orb by Lace. The Lotus Orb killing the Batrider immediately, making sure Bristle didn't get pulled out of position as well, and then they take a good fight under their tower. This is exactly what I was saying that they needed. And now 9 Pandas again in a competitive spot. This game is really close. Double Wisdom Rune picked up by Navi. Fermenting a Wisdom Rune a little bit. And we see Tormentors. Pugna gets his shard. Ember gets his shard.
Very nice. Nice. Step back, get some objectives. But now we find ourselves in that kind of weird spot again. You know, daytime for Navi feels kind of awkward with no Night Stalker ulti. So a minute window here for 9 Pandas to play aggressively. There's kind of a quick turnaround on the Aegis as well. You get Roche, you lose Aegis pretty quickly. Now you've got this longer waiting period for next Roche.
Yeah.
Should give us a couple of night times.
That could favor 9 Pandas quite a bit as they have the Abyssal ready on PA now. They should be pretty strong at fighting even outside base. As long as TA doesn't have that second life, she could be a good target.
Pango trying to build up his Assault Cuirass and protect against all this physical damage.
Yeah, still got a ways to go. Need to farm about 700-800. Yeah, like 1,000 more gold actually. Get there soon.
9 Pandas not really rushing into anything, just clearing out camps on their way to lanes. Looks like they're wanting to play top and mid, but there is a greeting party waiting.
Well, 9 Pandas looking at that tier 1 tower.
Ogre, Bat, and Night Stalker, they kind of TP'd up here, wandered over, got some vision down. It's not very fighting.
Very defensive ward, trying to keep vision on their own ancients. Don't want to get completely run over.
Nine Pandas given the pings. They saw the TA bottom leaving that tier 2. They're going to roll up top straight towards this Night Stalker. A Batrider comes in and lassos the Pango, but Night Stalker's dead. Na'Vi starting to bring heroes back here to try and defend. Flying back on Boom, in fact, looking to fight with Sanctity's move. He goes straight in with a spike that chains the catch on V-Tune. The PA dropping low to this TA damage, but there's a life drain heal. V-Tune, off their life steal, his Satanic's going to work, and the Pango's back into Defender. PA still alive. Shad, a little closer to solo now. Gonna bring the Pugna down. V-Tune in the meanwhile, chased by Boom and Sanctity. Still looking for that control on the PA. She jumps forward aggressively, and the Pango with a swashbuckle causing issues. Manta dodge out of the melt strike, but the PA still dead. Templar Assassin stronger now. A double kill for Shad. Night Stalker poking at arrays. Boom and Sanctity have done a great job here. Back and forth, poking and prodding at the Pango to get him brought down, rooted up, controlled, and killed.
Might get the final kill as well. He's stuck around.
The meld, the bash. The damage is coming. He pops his Lotus and tries to run.
He's a
Bristleback
speedy pig.
spamming goo area, just spewing green
Oh, he's hitting him
on them. Tries to kill the Night Stalker.
Oh, the ignite, the ignite!
Oh, he does. Oh my god, the Lotus ignite.
Oh, the final tick of the ignite pretty much brings him down at the very end there. That was a really good fight for TA again. These fights right next to where the Tormentor used to be. TA is so happy to have this fantastic positioning so far back into their own base. And 9 Pandas, it's like they didn't learn their lesson, Gareth. That was not the place to be. Just so deep.
Yeah, very, very far forward. I don't care about tier 1s or 2s, apparently. And yeah, that meld bash. Some strong stuff out of Shad.
That's a good talent for sure. Did quite a bit of damage. Auto-attacking from far away.
Does the PA need BKB? It feels like even with the Satanic Manta, she's still getting rooted and stunned and controlled up.
She does, yeah. She really does. I mean, there's also value to having a BKB even against TA, just because you can dispel the Meld minus armor again. Yeah, she already has 2 dispels, but PA is a hero that very commonly wants all those items. And there she goes. She swaps her quick buy from the Deso to the BKB. She realizes, like, I'm getting controlled way too much. Need to dispel some of these things. Need to get that immunity. Even just Night Stalker running on top of her and silencing her is a big problem.
I mean, hell, even just like MKB damage, you know? Block a bit of that with your spell resistance, I don't know.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. There's also a quiver with 250 magic damage, so yeah. She does take a lot of magic damage in the fights. She found a really nice neutral item on the PA, though. She got the Ancient Guardian, plus 50 damage. 50 more if she fights in the base. Or either base, I should say.
gem for Kaori now. Looking to try and turn this bit of momentum into map space. And it really has just been a table tennis match, bouncing and ping-ponging from one side of the river to the other.
They see the bristle, but that's not the target they want to jump.
What are they going to see next? Ugna? See Solo in the back. Ember Spirit runs in. The Terrorize is there, but Shad is BKB.
On the TA.
Like V2, they got the lasso on the PA. V2 not taking damage though, turns and kills Shad. 9 Pandas get the jump on the Templar Assassin. Like you've been saying, if that happens, Na'Vi in disarray. Now the stun onto Boom from the PA. Looks like the Night Stalker is still going to get clipped as he jumps back over to the Dark Willow, breaking free of the control. But the goo and the gap close from V2 and Lays. Let's see if they can actually finish him off. Ooh. As Boom gets over the tree lines, but the 1645 crit. I'll bring him to the floor.
I mean, he had tons of minus armor from all this bristleback goo as well. Damage just coming out. We see the minus armor really stacking up, and yeah, as I've been, harping about, it's all about TA's positioning. If she gets out of position a single time like that, she was under a ward, and 9 Pandas, they exploited that. They're like, we see her, just jump her with everyone, and that's a successful game plan. If you bring down the TA, what is Na'Vi gonna do? And normally the best thing you can have against this type of hatred is good AoE stuff, like, a black hole or RP to punish it. But what do they have? If everyone jumps on TA, you can't really stop it. There's no big spell, like a method of preventing it.
Aghanim's bat, maybe?
Yeah, that would be something, but, he's far away from that. There's a heart attack graph.
Like, I don't know, when I said this game's been a bit like table tennis, you're ping-ponging back and forth, I didn't think it would look like table tennis as well.
It really does look like my time to serve.
My goodness.
These teams
bouncing over the net,
yeah. It's been an interesting one. I think 9 Pandas in particular, every time that they grab the big advantage, they've kind of lost it in some odd way, especially those deep dives, but now they solidify it with taking a lane of racks. Roche is up, they're gonna go and play for that. Don't see a way for Na'Vi to get there either, so this is just a tough spot for Na'Vi now.
And 9 Pandas get Roche.
Free Aghanim Scepter from this Roche as well. Put that on PA. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't substitute immediately. And level 25. Massive power spike from the last team fight.
That's PA suddenly. It's like TA scary, PA scary. TA scary, PA scary. I was already stumbling over the PATA in the draft. And
I mean, she also took the talent on Templar Assassin now, so or on the Phantom Assassin. God damn it. She took the 10% crit, so she's extra good at bringing down TA faster. Because normally, quite often you would see the triple Stifling Dagger. It's very common with the Aghanim Scepter. But in this game, there's really only one hero that matters. He needs to kill the enemy carry, the TA.
Doesn't care about anybody else.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels like I'm in a permanent tongue twister, like red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry,
So the Radiant carry...
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Damn. You practiced that one. I'll say TAPA 100 times.
TAPA, TAPA, TAPA.
TAPA.
Do you have any Swedish tongue twisters? Test me on one of them.
Yeah, I can... let me think about... You got the sjunde sjömän på det sjunkande skeppet Shanghai.
Nah, I give up.
You want to say that?
Straight up, I'm done. Nah, there's not a chance in hell. Anyway, back into game. Enough yapping. It's 9 Pandas with Aegis sitting on this tier 3 high ground mid lane. And Na'Vi the ones who've got to respond to V-Tune. BKB Night Stalker got an Ember spamming slight. But so far it feels like Na'Vi a little afraid of making a big sweeping move.
Yeah, this push is coming in strong. Banner down as well. Difficult to contest. TA has to be so careful with her positioning. She added a Daedalus from the previous fight, so the damage is definitely there. All about whether she can stay alive.
What's Na'Vi's signal to go? Like, would that, if they had like chipped PA to half HP, would they have gone and tried to pop the Aegis, or would they never have gone in that situation?
I don't think they can go on her like that.
Root?
No.
Silence, bash, stuns,
Abyssal.
Ember Spirit, he goes BKB off and he gets off the slide. Can dodge away. V2 nearly dies. The PA
Still
Jumps
alive.
back away as Boom gets on top of the Dark Willow while QBFY is cleared out by a Raze. Picks up a double kill. Back towards the Ember Spirit. Chad BKB's up. Knife. Yeah. Solo. Dead.
Phantom Assassin
Navi
coming back in.
holding their high ground for now, but you're right. V-Tune's still around half HP. Ready to make another jump as everybody is alive again. A couple of buybacks come into play.
Quick buybacks being spent. PA still having the Aegis, and TA used her BKB in the previous fight. So now she's extra vulnerable. Nice attempt with a meld bash there onto a trap, doing some damage.
PA still has that Aegis though, and with a life drain.
She's in.
Back up to full HP, the jump onto the TA. Hurricane Pike pushes V-Tune away. Shad keeps himself alive, at least for now, but V-Tune's looking for that reinitiation.
No vision.
The meld,
He can't see him.
invisibility, invulnerability, the heal from the life drain's enough to keep V-Tune alive through a bit of damage, and now the cleaves onto Ogre and Ember Spirit. Sanctity in trouble. Flight to dodge and Remnant away to Fountain. Arrays rolling out of here, barely surviving with a decrep to keep him alive, as V-Tune respawns, watching the desolate landscape in front of him, destroying this PA with another jump back in and a triple kill for the Bristleback. TA dead for 100 seconds. PA still alive. Wagner, yes, is dead to this Ember Spirit, zip-zapping around, jumping to look for kills, but Sanctity's last dying move is to kill the position 5. No more lives left on Na'Vi. GG called. 9 Pandas get the 2-0.
Yeah. Finally, they do bring it down. It looked shaky there for a bit, Gareth. Back and forth. This graph really looked quite funny when we had it up earlier, but of course, in the end, it's going to be 9 Pandas with some good execution. They realized what went wrong in the previous fights, and they just went on the correct target.